All right, we're live. We're talking NFL best bets week 4. I got my good friend Jers on with me. So the thing is that we're gonna want to watch on YouTube because
Yeah,
okay,
or
yeah,
YouTube.
I got the link. We're good. The link will be below this, so we could comment and know who's in because there's no more Periscope stuff. Jers, how you doing tonight, man? I'm happy to have you on to talk some NFL bets.
Let's just win money. Let's win money. Who cares?
I mean,
Let's
the
win money.
NFL, we can do it. We can win money. We both sharp in the industry with NFL bets. So I just tweeted. The
Got
link
the
to it is below. I'm also just going to tweet it out just so everyone can join. Watch on YouTube. Talking. Jers, what are the plans tonight? What are the plans tonight at college, dude?
We're hitting the bars, bro. It's not that deep.
You
We're
hitting the
gonna hit the bars.
bars?
Have a good night. Yeah.
Thursday night's kind of a bar night, you know.
Yeah. I
No,
go to bar
I'm sure
school,
that'll be
so
fun. I appreciate you
skipping the
you
pregame.
taking the time to because college is so sick, that like you don't want to sacrifice Thursday night just to like talk gambling. You want to go out
Dude,
and
this is my
meet
job.
some
This is what I want
people.
to do.
All right, so
It's
we're
not
good.
It's not
We're
a problem.
talking live Thursday night game. It's literally gonna tip off in like 40 minutes. We got the Bengals against the Jaguars. The Bengals are 7.5-point favorites. Two stalwarts, great teams of the 21st century. Like these two franchises over the past 20 years have just been excellent in the NFL. Like great Thursday night game, like going to be so good, high level football. Can't wait to watch it, honestly.
It's back-to-back weeks. We get marquee games. We get Panthers, Texans, and then we get Bengals, Jaguars. What else can you ask for? Nothing.
I mean, just really high level. Really high level football will be played tonight. Two great teams. I think people that are betting the Bengals are like trying to overthink things and like be a little like too sharp and
You mean Jaguars?
Yeah, I mean the Jaguars. I feel like you kind of these really bad 0-3 teams with a new coach and a new quarterback that haven't covered a game, to my knowledge, you just continue to fade them and you ride out the trend and see it. You don't expect a switch in their play. You just think that they're going to be dog shit until they prove you wrong. So I like to tease the Bengals tonight. I like the Bengals in a teaser with, we said before, the Saints. Get them to -1.5. I think they easily cover that. I think they're a good survivor pick. I don't really see them losing this game tonight.
Yeah, and where the Bengals have serious issues is protecting Joe Burrow. Their offensive line is horrible. I thought they should have drafted Penny Sewell instead of Jamar Chase, but Jamar Chase is panning out. And that's their serious issue, their offensive line. And the Bengals, the Jaguars don't really have a strong defensive line or defense to make it a problem. They just traded away their best defensive back in CJ Henderson to my Panthers. So they're tanking again for.
I'm like, just as we're talking about it, like I'm taking the Bengals straight up right now because you, as a degenerate like us, it's a rule. You have to bet primetime games. You just have to bet primetime games. You can't be like, oh, this is a shitty game, I'm not going to bet it. It's primetime. You have to watch it. You need a little invested interest on a Thursday night. So I think the Bengals are the play. I'm taking them. I'm teasing them. Betting it right now. All right, we're moving on. Next game that we're looking at is one of the closer spread games. Falcons, Redskins, Washington football team. The Washington football team is -1 against the Falcons. Falcons coming off a good win at the Giants. Two shitty teams, but a short spread. Who do you like in this game, which is basically a pick-em?
Yeah, this is as close as like a win now, like a must win for Washington as it gets, like as early in the season. They've done nothing but disappoint, and they had like really high expectations coming into the season. But the division NFC East is obviously still like anyone can still win it. So they need to get going, and I think they'll get it done this week. The defense is ranked 31st out of 32 teams in total defense. So yeah, they got to get going, and I think they will against a bad Falcons team.
Yeah, I think that the Washington, a lot of people had some high expectations a little bit going into the year. They almost beat the Bucs in that playoff game last year. They had this really good defense, and then they really haven't panned out. I'd say they're definitely one of the more disappointing teams. They have to win. I think that the Falcons are really bad and they beat a really bad Giants team. I like in basically a pick 'em to take the football team over under 47. Don't have a lean on that. I would probably lean under, but I think this is a must-win game for Washington. I think they win. Next game, biggest spread of the season has to be already so far. Definitely the biggest spread of the season.
It is.
Bills minus 17 against the Houston Texans. Now, talking about a team with high expectations going to the year, they kind of lose that random game against Pittsburgh. People are a little bit low on them, and then they blow out their next two opponents. And Vegas is saying now they're going to blow out their opponent this week again. So where do you stand on the Bills, and where do you stand on this very large spread?
See, the Bills, I think, even though their second game, they blew out the Dolphins. If you watch that game, they did not look good at all. They they would have beat them even if Tua didn't get hurt, but they could have put up 50 points in that game, and they just did not play how they should. Last week, they showed what they should do, and I think they just needed to get going. And I think, obviously, they're 17-point favorites. They're going to roll the Texans. But I don't know if I can lay 17 in an NFL game in 2021. But I would lean that way because it's, you know how easy it is to get backdoored, especially with 17 points. Yeah. I do think they're going to handle them, but 17's a lot. I probably won't have any action in this game because you can't add them in like a money line parlay. They're going to be too big favorites. Yep. Maybe tease it down, but yeah, even then, no.
Even teasing it down, I don't love it.
10 point, yeah.
But this is the thing. Last week, I came on my podcast. The Bills were playing the Redskins, and I said that the Bills are going to run all over the Redskins. And I said I like the Bills team total over, and I like the Bills spread. They covered both, and my reasoning is that last year, the Bills were excellent against the spread team. They were really good against the spread and covered a lot of games. So I think they could do it again this year. They're just as talented. They're playing even a little bit better. I think that this is one of the instances where I might just ride the Buffalo Bills spread and team total every week because I think when you look back on the season, it will be a profitable bet. So I don't want to pick and choose my spots with it. I think I definitely like the Bills to cover the number. And I think they're going to blow their doors off. And I think I'm going to ride. And unless the Bills are playing, like I say, Bills against bad teams, you take their spread, you take their team total over. It's 33, which is high, but they've done it in the last two games against a little bit better team. So I'm definitely.
I thought it would be higher, honestly.
33?
I thought it was going to be 35 in the hook. So I like that 33.
33 and a half. I'm probably going to take that to redeem myself for not taking it last week, which was the stupidest thing I've ever done. But regardless, it's fine. We're betting NFL. I have an NFL podcast. Have to talk about it. Next game, another kind of dog shit game. A lot of QB drama. People literally don't know who is going to be the quarterback for the Bears. They're playing the Lions. The Bears are -3. Over-unders 42. This seems like a game we're not advocating on betting every game. You might just want to lay off it given the question marks around it. What's your take on the game?
Yeah, I mean, the Bears and Matt Nagy have done nothing to benefit themselves. They just lean on their defense every single game. They have Justin Fields start last week, and they run they play call like it's Andy Dalton. They have Justin Fields set up like drop back like he's Peyton Manning, and that's not just the field. You got to get him out of the pocket. He had the chance to do that with Trubisky, who's not the athlete Justin Fields is, and he still didn't do it. And he's not changing. So with that being said, the Lions should have won last week. The Lions have played three really good games. Like when you look back at it, they played well, and I think the Lions. This is a geographically close game. These teams hate each other. I think the Lions get it done, cover the +3.
I'm on board with you 100%. I like the Lions in this game. Actually, I think the Lions have had some tough losses, some tough opponents. Now they're finally getting someone they can actually beat, and I think they honestly could definitely win the game outright. Maybe a little money line action +120. I mean, just take the points.
No, not worth it.
I'm taking that 100% in my spread pool. If I decide to bet it, that will be one of my plays. I like that play. Honestly, even teasing it. Yeah, I like teasing the line.
You get it to +10. That's a great number to go through.
Yeah. I really like teasing the lines. Okay. All right. And also divisional games, teams that know each other, it's always close. It's never a blowout. Yep. So I'm totally on board with you with the Lions. I'm honestly excited to bet that. I will place that. Next game, your team, the Carolina Panthers, against the Cowboys. Honestly, low-key, not low-key, maybe. Like, really great game. Like, one of the top games of the week. Has to be, right?
Yeah, I really like this game. I think this line is really, really fair. Like I think this line makes a lot of sense. Um, it's just more of like a spot thing than anything else. Panthers are coming off an extra long week, Thursday night game, losing two of their best players in J.C. Horn and Christian McCaffrey, obviously. Cowboys just rolled a divisional opponent, but they have a short week. I think 4 is fair. I think barely lean Panthers +4. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to tease the Panthers through 10 though.
You're good.
I bet against the Panthers all the time. I have no problem betting against my teams, but I think this game will be closer. Panthers have the least amount of yards surrendered this year against a good Cowboys offense for sure, and I'm really high on the Cowboys. But I think this stays within 10. I like the Panthers as a plus as a tease leg.
Okay, so you like teasing the Panthers. Okay, I totally feel that, but I have I've been high on Dallas. I think it's hard not to be. Yeah. I think they're
bet them week 1 money line.
Yeah,
I bet them on the money line.
I mean, they've been a profitable team to bet. Actually, both teams are 3-0 against the spread, so one team is not going to cover. In this game, I agree with the teasing, but I like the Cowboys to cover the number this week. I think they will. I think that if Christian McCaffrey was playing, I would be less hesitant to. But obviously, the Panthers have not had the best of opponents, and that's fine. But I think it's going to be a great game, but I do think Dallas covers the number, and I think they win by more than 4. So I definitely like Dallas in this game. Over, under, again, I think maybe, again, this is what you have to do in the NFL. You have to ride these trends and, see what's happening. I think you take Dallas team total over 2. Unless the Panthers have some unbelievable – unless the Panthers have some unbelievable defense –
they do. They've given up the first game. They gave up 16. The second game to the Saints, they gave up 12 maybe. Saints scored really late, and then last week they gave up 17 to the Texans. The Panthers defense they have a top 5 defense for sure.
Yeah, but I'd like to see how they do against a scorching hot.
And they just traded for a former number 8 pick 2 years ago, CJ Henderson from Florida. He went to Florida. He's from the Jaguars. And now, because J.C. Horn got hurt, who was the number 8 pick for the Panthers, and which was a huge loss. But this is why I'm happy I'm a Panthers fan, because they lose a guy, they're good, and they're 3-0. They're trying to make something happen. So I don't know. I feel better about. I do think the Cowboys will win this game, but I like my chances +10 rather than the Cowboys winning.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like we're big. If we don't know, just teaser. Just do the teaser. No, I think teasers are so profitable in the NFL. Honestly, and people that are like, "Oh, don't do teasers." You're like, "I don't." You have to do it.
You got to know how to do them right.
You got to know how to do them right. So I'm excited for that game. I'm probably going to take Dallas with the points for all my leagues. I don't think I'll really get there with the bet. Next game, we got the Dolphins -2 against the Colts. Maybe a little bit of a surprise number. I think this is a line that to average person just looking at it really quick, be like, really? Should they really be favored by 2 points in this game? Really low total at 42. I'm assuming you like the Colts.
I think the Colts are gonna win this game, and I don't love the Colts really. I've been low on the Dolphins since since Tua came. I was so low on Tua, and he hasn't been good. And Brissett isn't much of a drop off, if anything, from Tua. But I don't like either of them. And I mean, the Colts are without their best offensive lineman, but they objectively should have beat the Rams. They didn't score inside the 5-yard line on 2 possessions, literally no points that win week 2. So I think the Colts get back on track and win a game because they had really high hopes. When you look back to the beginning of the season, this Colts team, you thought they would be good. They have a good defense. I mean, Carson Wentz, he sucks. But I don't know. I think the Colts win this game. I don't like the Dolphins that much.
No, I'm on board. I'm taking them in my spread league, so I'm in a league. You pick the spread on every single game. You have 3 2-pointers, and everything else is 1 point. It's by points. I'm in fucking first place.
Dude, you're the Kirsch.
I know how to gamble NFL, and I should actually bet it more and bet it like I bet golf, but I don't because I always have all this golf exposure. But just going through and picking, I'm a fucking sports handicapper. I could fucking win a fucking spread league. So I'm doing well in it. So I'm off this conversation. I am taking Colts in that game. Next game, think it's going to be another good game, another 2-point spread. We have the Browns -2 against the Vikings. The Vikings have been impressive. Kirk Cousins has been good. Kirk Cousins is playing really good football right now. And I think it's good. And the Browns have a lot to prove, and the Browns had high hopes going into the season, and they're still playing well. I think this will be an absolute shootout. I think it could have the potential to be the game of the week. I think it's going to be a really interesting game.
Yeah, this game is cool because Browns did what they needed to do last week. They had an inferior opponent. They took care of them. And the Vikings, the Vikings are one of the hardest teams to predict because they have both of these teams have such high ceilings but such low floors, and you don't know when you're getting which version of each team. So like at the end of the day, this is going to be a pass for me because if you tell me any outcome between this game, I'm not surprised because you say the Vikings win by 20, okay, that checks out. Kirk had a game. You say the Browns win by 20, okay, Nick Chubb must have went crazy. The Vikings suck. Like I can see this going either way. It's going to be a pass for me.
Yeah, no, I could easily see both teams winning. Just a hard game to predict. So next game, Saints, Giants, Saints -7. We already teased it. We already have basically invested interest in this game because we teased it with the game tonight. And I think it's an excellent teaser. Like, look, the Giants are horrible. I mean, there's really no two ways about it. I think the Saints had an excellent win against the Patriots last week. I think the Saints are good. I think James can put up points on the board. I'd say tease the Saints. Tease them with tonight's game. Tease them with another game that you like. Tease them with the other things. I think the Saints are an absolutely perfect teaser like this week, and you definitely should if you want to be profitable and not them know your book. On that.
And there's more to it than just the Saints being a lot better. This is their first game back in New Orleans since week 2 of the NFL preseason.
Yeah.
The Saints have been nomads all around the league, and Jameis's first start as a starting quarterback in New Orleans, in the new season, I think the place should be jumping. I'm sure they have fans. The place should be jumping, and the Saints should get it done versus a very.
I'm taking it right now. I'm taking the spread right now.
Yeah, I definitely lean the spread too.
I'm taking it right now.
I didn't take that yet, but I probably will. But the Saints
at even. My God, 7.5 at even at +100. I mean, no, jurors. I'm like not even kidding. I'm like out of credits on this book. So
I got you.
Yeah, because with the NFL, I didn't even bet them. I didn't even bet my fucking placement bets, and I'm out of credits. It's fine. I'm confident in NFL. I literally college football is the one thing I literally can't handicap. Like I literally can't handicap it. Like I know nothing about it. I don't know how people do. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay, this game. Oh my God, it's at 6.5 now. Okay,
Patriots?
No. Titans, Jets.
Oh my God.
Titans are going to legitimately destroy the Jets this week. The Jets have not been okay. The Jets have
Are you a Jets fan?
No, I'm a Giant. My dad is a Giant fan. I am not a Jet fan.
Okay, keep going.
Jets are going to get absolutely steamrolled. If you want to pretend to be sharp and bet on the Jets and do all these things, you're in for a massive disappointment. The only stat you need to know about the Jets this year is that they've been losing by more than 10 points in 80% of the time that they've been on the field. No team's even close by 30 points. How can you bet on a team to cover a 6.5 point spread when they literally have been losing by more than 10 in all their games? That makes no sense to me, Jers. Can you explain it?
No, I don't really know why this line. I mean, the only way I could say the line is what it is because it's in New York, but in New Jersey. But the Jets are without Marcus May went down today. I saw C.J. Mosley or whatever his name, the middle linebacker, went down today. And besides that, Mekhi Becton's out. They're a dumpster fire. They have the worst rookie quarterback. They're a dumpster fire. Derrick Henry is going to run the. I don't even want to. They're going to kill him.
They're going to kill him. And
tease the Titans.
Tease the Titans. Tease the Titans for life. Honestly, I just don't even. No, I
was shocked when I saw the line. I was.
No, and that's one of those gut instincts. You just go with it, and you just don't overthink it, and you don't try and be sharp and do anything like that. You take the Titans this week. It's gonna cash. I don't know what I'm doing about the limits on my book. But we're gonna figure that out. A lot of it is in future, so it's not like, but it's fine. I have a lot of money. This is what we're doing. Honestly, did you see the bets I put in on your book?
I did.
Look, they look good. They look good to start. It's better than
How do your outrights look? Any outrights look okay or no?
Corey's not. I have
Corey and Wise.
Yeah, and
let's go. Why is they good? Why is shot -4?
Yeah, no, I literally took a nap and I woke up and he shot like -3. I'm like, dope. Like, honestly, awesome. No, I feel good about, obviously everything could. See, I told you not to bet Charlie Hoffman. He can't even cash a top fucking 20. Seriously.
Dude, did you see what I tweeted about him?
Dude, you can't track these golfers because they're always in position and they always have 15 feet for bird, and you can't expect them to hit all that. But like, yeah, obviously Charlie Hoffman's gonna have to. Also, you were dead on about these greens. They are like a pancake. They are so easy.
Dude, I wasn't lying. Like, I researched, dude.
No, like these. Yeah, no, I mean, really, yeah, all I really have is Connors, Wise, and I'm not going to hit an outright this week, obviously. But I'm glad you were right about Keegan.
Yeah, I told you, bro.
You were right about Keegan. Fine. But I was right about Seahawks. All right, next game.
Not yet, bro. He's got to – okay, we'll see.
He can't cash top 20. I swear to God, you're going to be sweating Sunday afternoon, be like, Charlie Hoffman, T12. Like, all right.
Like, you are house money. You are house money.
No, I'm just like being realistic. I'm not. Okay. Next game, Chiefs -7 against the Eagles. The Chiefs are coming off 2 bad losses. Very unlike them. The Chiefs have been known as historic. That's why I took the Chargers last week, but because the Chiefs have been horrible against the spread. Mm-hmm. They're playing the Eagles, who haven't really shown much. Mm-hmm. Are the Eagles home?
The Eagles are home.
Eagles are home.
If it was in Kansas City, it'd be like 11.5 points.
So what do you think of this game? Where do you lean here?
The Eagles, I do like the Eagles. I'm not saying I like the Eagles this game. I like the Eagles like in general. Once their coach figures out that you can't run the ball twice a game, but I like the Eagles. They have a lot of talent. I just feel like this is a horrible spot for them. They're running into a buzzsaw. They're running into the Chiefs off 2 straight losses. Andy Reid's back in Philly. It's just a bad spot, and I do like the Eagles, but I feel like it's just not. They're getting unlucky. They're unlucky. Chiefs off 2 straight losses. I know they're on the road, but I can't imagine Pat Mahomes and their whole team in the locker room what they're saying. Like, let's go. We're not supposed to be 1-2 because now that they have a legitimate threat in the Chargers and a legitimate threat in Justin Herbert, like he's a real MVP candidate. I think they got to get going. Like,
and the Raiders.
Yeah. So
and people were like, "Oh, bet the Chiefs like plus like -110 to win the division." I think that's a horrible bet.
Yeah,
maybe I'm a prisoner of the moment, but I don't like that bet.
Yeah.
All right. I honestly agree with you. I think teasing the Chiefs is a pretty good spot here. Next game, I'm very interested in this game. I think this will be a very good litmus test for the Cardinals. Rams, hot team, -3.5, beating the defending Super Bowl champions last week. This is a very interesting game. I think this is really a moment where the Cardinals can say we are like actually good. Kyler Murray is an MVP contender, and we can beat these Rams that seem to be the hottest team in the NFL right now. So where do you lean in the spread in this game?
Yeah, I love the Rams. I have a Super Bowl future on them from preseason before they got Stafford. Like it was like in the 20s, I think. I love the Rams. I love their defense. I just think this is a big letdown spot coming off because that was their Super Bowl last week. That was their biggest game as a franchise since they lost in the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. That was huge for them. But at the same time, I hate Cliff Kingsbury in big games. I love the Cardinals. I love their talent, but I hate their coach. He's too hot to be a head coach. And I don't think he's good. He makes the worst decisions. And I think that the Cardinals, at the end of the day, I think they cover. But I think the Rams will win this game. It's going to be close because this is a bad spot for both teams. I think it's going to be close. No, passing.
Yeah, I think we thread the needle and go Cardinals spread, Rams money line parlay.
Yeah,
just thread the needle.
Tease both sides, like up and down.
Yeah, I think
that would probably hit. That rookie will hit.
Yeah, no, I think that would be honestly a good bet. Next game, another good game. A little bit surprised by the spread just being taking it from like an average perspective. Niners -3 against the Seahawks. My initial gut reaction is you take the Seahawks here. It seems obvious. It seems like this could be more of a pick 'em. Obviously, they're -3 because they have the home field advantage. But I think Seattle wins it at some point. I think Seattle gets it done at some point in the season. I think this would be a really big win for them. So I could totally see Seattle winning this game and covering the number.
Yeah, I think that everyone is going to be all over San Francisco because they just barely lost to Green Bay, and people think that that Seattle lost to a bad Minnesota team. But I already teased Seattle through +10. Like that's gonna cover. Seattle plus, like, I think I got like 10.5 or something. This is gonna be a really close game. I think Seattle could get it done. I don't want to pick a winner for this game because I think the spread should be more of a pick 'em than -3. But just a home field.
Right now I'm looking
T Seattle through Seattle up.
Right now I'm looking 73% of bets are on Seattle, and they're getting 86% of the money. So they're heavily getting the money and the spread action this week. So that's why I said it. Like I'm like,
then 49ers are going to win by 5.
Yeah, you look at that spread and but I don't like thinking like that. I don't like overthinking. No, I don't like overthinking.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I'm kidding. But yeah, tease Seattle up. Seattle up. They're going to cover. They have a horrible defense, but 49ers have a horrible offense. They offside each other. +10, you want 10 points.
All right. I like that teaser. I need to get some more money. Could lose it all. No, we're not. Actually, Jers, I think we're going to have an absolutely massive NFL week. I have
a card and a half.
I know you do. I know. That's why I'm saying we're just betting big this week, and we're laying it all out there. Next game, another really pivotal game. I think this is similar to the Panthers game, the Panthers-Dallas game in Broncos-Ravens. Right? Kind of a similar game. Similar vibe. I think this is a really good NFL slate this Sunday. Yeah. I think there are going to be some really good games, some really pivotal games that it will really prove where teams are at.
I love this game. I love this game.
So what? Give me. What do you like in this game? What do you think?
I am so happy that the Ravens almost lost last week to the Lions because I picked the Lions last week. I picked the Lions +8. There was a horrible spot for the Ravens going into last week after that big win versus the Chiefs and against a scrawny, scrappy Lions team. So I'm really happy that it was really close and they can refocus. Back-to-back road games. Lamar hasn't practiced the last 2 days, but I'm hearing he's going to be good to go for Sunday. I think the Ravens are going to roll them. They're focused after that near loss to the Lions. Who have the Broncos beat? You know who the Broncos have beat? The Jets, the Giants, and the Jaguars. I was low on them preseason, and I don't like Bridgewater. They have a good defense, but they also haven't faced Lamar Jackson.
I like the Ravens here too.
Yep.
I like the Ravens here too. The Broncos have played shit. The Ravens are a good team. They beat the Chiefs. Yeah, I think it's actually perfect that they basically almost lost to the Lions last week. I think that's perfect for the number.
I knew that was
perfect for the bet.
Yep.
No, it works out well. I'm with you there. Next game, Packers -6.5 against the Steelers. Over unders 45. Packers coming off a good win. People were high on them to start the season. Now people want to be more and more high on them. People want to bet the Packers. People want to believe that the Packers are a good team. And the Steelers, after their amazing win against the Bills in game 1, they've just been very disappointing.
Yeah. I think this relies on one guy. I think if TJ Watt is playing this week, he didn't play last week, then they'll stay within a number and be able to slow down Aaron Rodgers because the Packers offensive line is just not good. And if TJ Watt's in, he can rush the passer. I didn't believe how much of a difference this dude makes, but he's a legit defensive player of the year candidate year in, year out. And he makes a huge difference for this. He gives a talented secondary time. It's like time to work with. gives the quarterback less time to work with to make a talented secondary look really good. So I think if he's the key. If he's in, I think the Steelers will cover this number. If he's not, the Packers should roll.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think this is kind of a letdown spot for the Packers a little bit. Like, I think that the Steelers definitely could win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of have like a weird feeling that they're not going to be absolutely horrible all year, and the Packers are due for a little bit of a letdown. So I definitely lean Steelers in this game, and I think, we say it every single game, but I think teasing the Steelers wouldn't be that bad of an idea. I think they keep it close, but I wouldn't
mind. I wouldn't mind teasing either of these sides. And
I wouldn't want to tease the Packers.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Because I think they could lose this game.
Well, I don't know the status on Watt. If Watt isn't playing, I think that.
Let me look at the bet, like what people are betting. Oh my God. Packers, 80% of the bets for the spread, 94% of the handle.
For Green Bay?
Yep.
There's no chance. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But
I think,
like you said, you can't get too deep into that stuff because the public's only getting smarter. But
94%. I'm just not betting that game. I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't bet every game. I'm not betting that game. That is too.
You can. You can.
No, I'm not betting it. I'm trying to be good. Are you ready? Next game, Tom Brady's going back to his old stomping ground, Foxborough, back to Massachusetts. It's going to be a big hyped up game, Sunday night game. This spread has been weird all week. It's changing. Everyone and their mothers is literally betting the Bucks. Like, everyone is betting the Bucks. Like, I've seen everyone's betting the Bucks. No one is like, yeah, I'm taking the pass here. Like, love them.
Yeah.
It makes all the sense in the world that the Bucks blow their doors off and cover the number, right? It makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet the Bucks because I just feel some like weird. I'm gonna bet the Bucks in a teaser, and I'm gonna put him in money line parlays for sure. But I'm not taking him against this number because, Belichick Brady. Like when you think that, and just don't think about it, don't overthink it. Belichick Brady, you think that's gonna be close. So I'm not gonna overthink it. If anyone's gonna hang with Tom Brady, it's gonna be Bill Belichick and the defense. So I don't know, but I'm not. If I had to bet a side, it would be the Bucks, but I'm not going to. I'm going to tease them down, moneyline parlay leg them because I do think Tampa Bay is going to win off that loss that they feel like they should have probably won, even though they got.
No, I agree. I think the Bucks win the game. I think it's a decent teaser spot. I like that teaser spot, but I do think the Bucks are so obvious, and it's Bill Belichick. I don't know. I think there is some that I don't think you should just disregard everything and just bet the Bucks here. I think
I agree.
The Patriots spread deserves a little bit of attention and a little bit of a thought, and it could be a sharp play, but also, I will be betting it. It's the Sunday night game. You have to bet primetime games. It's a must. If you're a degenerate gambler.
We got 20 minutes, 10 minutes until the next one.
But did the game didn't start yet?
No,
I already have
20 minutes.
Dude, my cousin texted me. Degenerate Gambler, obviously, is my cousin. Texted me right now. What you got in NFL this week? Dude,
say get on the stream.
Live on a pod right now, talking best bets. I just
with my best boy.
With yours, and he texted he loves college football, which I can never do. And he texted me. He's like, yeah, I definitely lean Jets and because he tries to be sharp. He's like, I definitely lean Jets and Pittsburgh, which we talked about Pittsburgh. I think that was actually I agree with him on Pittsburgh. But I'm like, dude, you're an idiot. You're overthinking things. Take the Titans. Last game, I'm very excited for this game. Monday Night Football.
This is an awesome game.
Gonna be so good. This is like everything you want. You have two 3-0 teams, right? No. The Chargers
2-1.
2-1 teams, but that have definitely been one of the more that have been more of the surprising teams in their division in the AFC, and they're both playing each other. They're both riding a lot of momentum. They're like the new kids on the block in their division. The Chargers -3.5 against the Raiders. Who is for real? This game is like, who is for
Yeah.
real? Like, who is going to win the division? Like, who is really going to do it? So, where do you stand on this game?
I love the Raiders. I think their defense has been much improved from last year, which they needed. But I feel like they've been in too many close games. They could easily be 1-2 right now. Chargers cover.
You like the Chargers here?
I don't love it, but the Chargers cover.
I like the Chargers too. I think I was really high on them last week against the Chiefs. They covered the number easily. I mean, they won outright. The Raiders have impressed me less than the Chargers. 3.5. I mean, I'd like to obviously get a 3, but if the Chargers are for real, and if Herbert's for real, and if the Chargers are really going to be the breakthrough team this year, then you have to basically bet them to cover the number in a Monday night primetime game against their division rival.
Just take a money line parlay with the Titans. Your Titans are going to win outright. You're going to have the Chargers. You're going to have the Chargers money line at what, minus, maybe like plus 100 or something like that. So yeah, do that. Take the Titans and the Chargers money line parlay. You're going to be free rolling for Monday.
No, I'm very confident in the Chargers to cover the number in this game.
I mean, if you're confident,
At home. Yeah. Also, okay, devil's advocate a little bit. The Chargers are basically coming off their biggest franchise win in the past very long time. So there might be a little bit of a letdown after that. Just a little bit, just a little hesitancy about the Chargers spread this week and then winning this game.
Yeah. There's no way this game doesn't go into overtime, right? This is 100% going to overtime.
Then you shouldn't bet it. If you think it's going to go into overtime, how can you take either spread?
Because I feel the Raiders just play overtime games. Yeah,
is a spread on this game on your card or tease or anything?
No,
you have no exposure to this game.
No, I didn't finish the card yet, but I'm gonna do Titans Chargers money line parlay. It's gonna be like,
what does that come out to?
I'm sure. Put it in. I'm sure it's plus money.
I got it right now. Chargers, Titans,
or close to plus
105. Yeah, it's plus 100.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the Chargers can lose this game. I like them spread, but they can lose this game. This is not like a lock win.
No. But if you like them and you're gonna bet spread, why don't you just do that? Because you don't have to cover and you're getting plus money.
And the Jets are losing.
That is how I win, bro. That is how I win.
Dude, I'm out of credits, man. I'm gonna have to. I just literally tweeted out. I'm going so heavy in NFL this week. Like, all right, legitimately, I'm going so heavy in NFL this week because I'm seeing the board well. You're seeing the board well. I'm going heavy in NFL this week. Like, I don't
blame you. Me too.
Golf. I'm already.
I have a 5-unit play, bro.
I'm already up on 5-unit play. They mean different things to different people, but I'm already up on your book, right? I'm up like 400 on your book right now.
At least 400, though.
No, I don't know, but all the bets that are currently hitting are going to hit on your book. So I'm already rolling with that. I probably have 300 in futures, so I probably only risk like 400 for the week. So I'm ready. Jers, excellent show. You need to start drinking.
I'm walking over right now.
Jers, I'm not going to keep you any longer. We're making so much money this week. We're going up like 12 units. That's the over-under. All right, I'll see you. Be good.